The apex decision-making organ of the Ogoni people, Movement for the Survival of the Ogoni People, has rejected the planned pardon of the late Ogoni leader and Sage, Mr. Ken Saro-Wiwa, and others executed by the former head of state, late General Sani Abacha, in November 1995. It also opposed the planned resumption of oil exploration in Ogoni, particularly by an indigenous firm, Sahara Energy. Rising from a two-day meeting of the group's executive steering committee in Port Harcourt on October 25th and 26th, the group argued in its communique that their fallen heroes were innocent. The communique was signed by the President and Publicity Secretary Chief Nuyete Bira and Publicity Secretary Dr. Young Mpa, respectively. The group called on federal government to clear the names of our fallen heroes of culpability for murder. That Mr. President acknowledged rightly and described the processes and execution of the Ogoni activities as unfortunate implies that the processes were not only flawed but ought not to have happened. The haste with which the execution was carried out, even when the period of clemency has not elapsed and pleas from the international community ignored, expressed the bias of the then military government against our compatriots. Therefore, the best any civil government would do in this case is to clear their names by declaring them innocent and abolish the death penalty as practiced in all civilized countries of the world. While the committee commended President Muhammadu Buhari for committing to completing the Ogoni axis of the East-West Road, it also urged Buhari to match this policy statement with action. It also made a similar appeal to the president of the Federal University of Environmental Technology, Sakwewa, adding that the National Assembly should expedite action on the transmission of the bill to Mr. President. The communique said that the group would be setting up a technical committee that will carry out further and robust consultations with appropriate stakeholders in Ogoni land on the issue of oil and exploration in Ogoni land. Most of the group insisted that before any exploration can resume in the area, the people must be consulted. It said any attempts to resume oil exploration through the back door would be strongly resisted by the people. The communique read in part that while we are not opposed to the resumption of oil production in Ogoni, we are opposed to the primitive and conflict-laden approach being adopted. We insist that for oil extraction to resume, it must be preceded by a broad-based consultation and agreement reached with the people. The committee further said it rejects the confirmed understanding between NNPC and NPDC and some top Abuja-based politicians and their collaborators to sublet OML 11 to Sahara Energy, which represents the economic interest of the aforementioned groups. It vowed to mobilize the people to resist any attempt by any company to enter Ogoni through the back door to explore and exploit our oil and gas resources without a social license. The committee maintained that for any discussion to commence, the investor must be prepared to cede an acceptable percentage of its equity share to the Ogoni community. Okay. They say that the one with the pay person and they talk about. So first and foremost, Buhari said he wants to pardon them. And these people say, no, you can't pardon somebody who did not commit any form of offense. And the manner at which the whole process went, it was so horrible and also unfortunate that you need to clear them that they didn't do anything in the first place. I think that is the angle they are coming from. And also, again, this issue of Ogoni or no Ogoni, the cleanup of Ogoni. I think these guys, they know what they are doing. All of a sudden, you just, from nowhere, you just brought out a Saro-Wiwa matter. There's something, they are going somewhere. And those who are not deep thinkers, they'll begin to fall for it. Yes, for him to have thought of this or this and this and that? Or could it be that it was the people that went to go and meet Buhari that you should do this or that? But some group of the people are saying no, we don't want. That is not the issue. And one thing about this life, the wicked people, they don't even think about tomorrow. They don't think about a karma. They don't think about nemesis. They just follow through. They know the consequences of what they are doing, but because of that temporary satisfaction they want to get to derive from themselves for themselves, no, they don't want to look back. The Abacha and the rest, where are they now? Where are they now? Making life unbearable for people, the life that you cannot create, the life that you cannot create, and you just take it like that, and you think it's going to be palatable. No, 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 no. Where is he today? Where is his family today? Can they even raise their heads today? And that is what baffles me. With all of these useless politicians that we have today, you begin to ask, where are their family members? Where are their children? So does it mean they don't even have sense? Does it mean they cannot even reason beyond their parents or beyond their family members that are doing evil? Oh, because they are all eating, to them it is sweet money. It is just pouring a coal of fire on them because you are eating an abominable a thing that you think you are enjoying. And I believe most of them, maybe some of them might be telling them they might not want to hear, but out of shame, they wouldn't want to. They wouldn't want it to seem as if they are antagonizing their own people. But it doesn't work like that. Me, I have never seen any of these people coming out to say, "Oh, yes, I don't stand with you with what you are doing. I want to stand alone." Better because they have groomed them to have believed that, oh, you have opportunity, the rest people are just against us because they don't have opportunity of holding the kind of position we are holding. And those ones, they will carry, they will, they will go with that. They will go with that. They will run with that. Yes, we are privileged, we are this and that. So those who are not privileged are just jealous of us. No, 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 no. It doesn't work like that. So the Abacha family, where are they today? The children, even the Babangida that is alive, can their children come out and raise shoulder? No, they'll begin to say, go and sit down. They'll begin to outline all of those things for them. But unfortunately, before things will get better, the good ones must have been, that must have been taken away. And that is exactly what is happening. If you look at this whole thing thoroughly, the reason why Buhari is trying to bring this whole thing, there's an undertone, there's an agenda. Nothing goes for nothing. The devil cannot just give you anything and you'll be happy. Or if he gives you one thing, be ready to give back 10 things that he never gave to you, to give it back to him, or he will collect it from you. So all this is do not make sense. To me, all of these things do not make sense.